Heiju Safari would be our last ride on the trip, and I think we were both a little bit nervous about this ride. There's two cruxes on this route. One is dealing with the sand, and the second is a Class 3 scramble down in Heijo Canyon. We didn't really know where we'd end up at the end of day one. It would depend on the sand, but we were hoping we'd wind up close to that bike portage. Our day started with Mag 7 single track, which was rougher than we expected. I say that because I thought it was going to be smooth and flowy. Not really sure where I got that idea, but it wasn't that.
What's the ride been like so far, Parker?
It's been a little bumpy.
A little bumpy.
I have 3 liters in my backpack. I have 5 liters on my bike. We got all of our gear. I have this much suspension, and I'm having a great morning. This is fucking great. So let's talk about this. So every time Chris turns on the camera and says, "You got this," I don't got this. I would.
You got that, bro.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, I can't even walk up
You just
there.
need more speed, man.
Got it.
Flowing.
You end up climbing a hill, then dropping down to the highway, where you cross and get on some double track, which has some short and punchy climbs.
So we're riding along here, and I found a full rack of lamb that is in its packaging. $64 for this thing. It's just sitting here. We're eating good tonight, Parker.
So we don't know how a rack of lamb bounced out of somebody's vehicle. I don't know, but it stinks to high heaven. So we're gonna leave it out here for the coyotes, and we'll pack out the garbage.
Things are getting weird, Parker.
Things are getting weird, bro. A little dicey.
We encountered our first sections of sand, which required pushing leading into the Klondike Bluffs.
I was like, shit, he's got it.
Single track here was actually smooth and flowy. It was pleasant riding. Once again, we'd cross the highway, which would lead to a stretch of flat and firm double track, which took us to 10 Mile Road and eventually into a sandy, soul-sucking slog.
So we think this is the sandy section, and since it was freshly graded, we're crushing the miles.
Oh, those two guys in the graders are like my heroes. We'll be toasting them tonight.
Yeah.
Oh man, that made it so much easier.
Well, it's not over.
It's not over, but
This is not over, Rob.
We foolishly celebrated before we even got to the hard part.
that's a lot of sand.
Yeah, it's a shitload of
Look
sand.
at that. That's so sad.
Oh, it goes on forever.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I think our deep sandy days are over, bro.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine that if those graders hadn't come through today. I mean, they were just here.
Yeah.
That,
And in the heat?
oh,
Yeah.
oh no. No. We have a nice cool day. We had graders and it was still hard.
Yeah.
It was hard.
So look at what's ahead.
Oh, tarmac! This is basically paved road. No worries. Woo! Oh boy.
We prematurely celebrated the end of the sand about a dozen times on this
We're
trip.
done with the sand. Chris, you want to tell us what just happened?
Oh, we got spanked. Yeah, there was a lot of sand, then there was more sand, and then we thought the sand was over, and then there was more sand. But now we found this nice rock to just stay on, so that's what we're gonna do. And probably just gonna get drunk.
I like that. I like that.
All right, last day of the adventure. Second day of Hey Joe Safari. We've got to walk out to the road, and then we've got the big descent coming up.
And hopefully there will be no sand in our future.
Yes.
No sand.
No sand.
No sand.
Of course, there was sand in our future. And then when we thought that was over, there would be more sand.
You know, Chris, I'm starting to get a little crusty.
Yeah?
And I was putting these gloves on, I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
something kind of changed in the light of day. Not really very pleased with myself. Oh well. This is what we do.
Sand hill.
Hey Joe Safari, this route is like a bad relationship. When it's good, it's great. But when it's bad, you know you just gotta get out of it. That's all you got. You gotta cut it and get out. Ah! Oh!
Should be the last hill down to the canyon, and then we'll get to the Scramble section, which should be exciting.
So here's where we deviate from the main road and we start heading down towards the portage. Are you scared, Wilson?
Petrified.
He's petrified.
All right, we spotted our first cairn right here, which marks the beginning of the descent into the canyon. Parker's down there. He says there is a lot of cairns.
I was actually looking forward to the Scramble section. Rob and I both have some climbing experience. I mean, we're terrible, but it makes navigating terrain with exposure a lot easier. We spent a lot of time moving cameras up and down, so if you're not fussing with that, it would go much faster.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
All right, so far, based on what we're seeing, it seems like when you drop down to the canyon, you should veer right. Like, as you're heading downwards, head right. And then
As usual, we took a left and we should have went right, but it was fine. Yeah, you come down the canyon, veer right, follow the cairns, and keep going right at this point.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
good.
let's do it. Yeah, I wouldn't be stoked to be doing this in SPDs.
Oh,
Yeah, I think.
I was even thinking I wish I had my approach shoes
Yeah.
like you.
Yep.
If you haven't done any scrambling before, you might find this section nerve-wracking. But for me, it turned out to be one of the most enjoyable parts of the route.
Oh God. Don't worry about the spokes.
And it's pushing me.
All right, I think we're through the worst of it. Parker's walking down a smooth hill, smooth grade.
That wasn't so bad. Rode most of it. That's cool.
You rode most of
Oh, yeah. See all the slick rock there? Oh yeah, big drops. Oh man.
How come we didn't get any footage of that and it's all of us lowering and pushing?
Well, that's for the movie. I didn't want to be showing off. Get all spicy on you.
Okay, I get it, yeah. Yeah, I think just take your time and wear decent shoes, go slow. I never felt scared that I was gonna like fall, you know? Like, you just have to muscle your bike around a little bit, but there's always good ledges.
What about the time you fell?
That was my cut. That's not going in the video.
Oh, that is going in the video.
The bottom of Heijo Canyon is really cool. There's a lot of abandoned equipment from old uranium mining, and the canyon walls are massive and beautiful.
Hook that rope up to your bike and give me a little tug. It's almost unstuck.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I think I got this. Give me a little push. Look, it still works. Look. We got it.
Yeah, man.
Just needs a little choke.
The sand never ends out here. It never ends. Moving along the Green River here. Got away from the sand, hopefully. It's pretty nice out here. It's warm. Really warm. Really cool canyon.
I thought of a joke.
Go ahead, what is it?
Did you know that they let cats into dog shows?
No?
But not for free. They have to go through the feline. I'm fucking losing. I'm going crazy.
Yeah, so I was wrong again. We didn't get away from the sand. Expect to be riding in sand and dodging a minefield of cow pies for this section.
Alright, I for real think we just finished the sandy bit. I keep saying that, but I actually think we did. We've got about 15 miles left, it looks like, to get back to our car.
This time, I was actually right, and a steep hill leads you out of Heijo Canyon.
Yeah.
It should be cake from here on out.
You've been telling me that for a day and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a big canyon.
Yeah. So we accidentally missed the turn and ended up taking Highway 313 part of the way back. So we're grinding up the hill. We've passed the start of Heijo Safari and can see our campsite from here.
So, as I ride the last section of tarmac on the last ride of the trip, I'm already thinking back to the great memories of this 10-day adventure, and I can't help but feel like it's all over within a blink of an eye. I tried so hard to be present and savor the moment, but it never feels like enough. Maybe that's a good thing. It's part of what keeps me motivated to keep doing trips like this. Also, having such a bad memory, every time feels like the first time.
Hey, just fine with an asterisk. Done.
My bad. I took a wrong turn in Albuquerque back there.
Probably for the best.
Oh God, that hurt. Oh, time for beer.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Good week. Good week of riding.
This was my favorite trip of 2021, and as we literally drive off into the sunset, it's bittersweet. But I know I'll be back here, and it won't be long before my next adventure.